Hello, I'm Brigantia Blackbird with Blackbird Grimoire. Welcome back to the daily forecast to Saturday, April 13th, 2024. Happy Saturn's Day to you. We are in Aries season. We are in the Celtic tree month of Alder. We are Mercury retrograding in Aries, and we have a waxing moon. Now, for the details of our astrological configuration today, the sun is in Aries, a cardinal fire sign representing courage. The moon is in first quarter Gemini, a mutable air sign representing adaptability. Then at 9:46 a.m. Central Time, the moon will go void of course, and at 12:45 p.m. Central Time, it will enter the first quarter Cancer, a cardinal water sign representing sensitivity. Mercury is retrograding in Aries, cardinal fire sign representing fiery tempers. Venus is in Aries, cardinal fire sign representing being impulsive. Mars is in Pisces, mutable water representing curiosity. Jupiter is in Taurus, fixed earth representing practicality. Saturn is in Pisces, mutable water representing nostalgia. Uranus is in Taurus, fixed earth representing renovation. Neptune is in Pisces, mutable water representing imagination. Pluto is in Aquarius, fixed air representing reformation. And we, of course, have our Mercury retrograde mantra: rethink, revise, redo. Now, because the moon is a waxing crescent right now, think creatively, form your plans of actions, be sure you are an active communicator. And because we are going into that Cancer moon, remember to do stock up the pantry, do focus on your relationships, do take the time to process your emotions. Things to avoid would be publicity, so might want to avoid social media the next few days. Don't get tied up with tasks that do require you to be objective. Not going to be really conducive with that Cancer moon. And don't give in to hyper emotionalism. It won't really help you. Might feel good in the moment, but the long-term consequences may not be to your advantage. Now, on this day of Saturn, after the energy roller coaster of our week, this is a good time to do some magical tidying and cleansing. Focus especially on the spiritual center of your home, your altar, your hearth, even your kitchen stove, whatever that may be. And of course, be sure to give your house spirits their due. They've probably been absorbing a little bit more gunk from the family than what they ordinarily do. So leaving them an extra treat, and again, doing that cleansing, getting the nasty gunk out of the house, it's all going to be very advantageous. Our tarot card for today is the Eight of Arrows, and it represents struggle. And of course, struggling is something that just happens in life. Sometimes we go through periods of greater intensity. Sometimes our struggles are self-inflicted. Sometimes they are externally sourced. But whatever it is just going to happen. We all take our turns in this. So cultivating endurance, resilience, and courage to face our struggles, all going to be advantageous to us. And of course, the challenge really is creating ourselves some clear vision, keeping our obstacles in perspective, looking for solutions, and acknowledging that no matter how overwhelming a struggle might be, it's a moment in time. It's not going to be forever. There's always another turn of the wheel. There's always a bend in the road. There's always, a little twist and turn in the river. Things will change for us. We just have to keep walking through the process while we wait for it to unfold. Now, today's Celtic triad reads: three kinds of people without the fear of the mighty ones, fear in the sense of awe and respect: the traitor, the ravisher, and the miser. Traitors. Only a fool imagines the gods don't seek retribution against traitors. Traitors gum up the works. They make loyalty and frith impossible. Traitors are up to no good. So, yes, the gods take a very dim view. Ravishers. Rape is a pretty hideous crime, as crime goes. Shows no regard for the victims of any kind. It really messes people up. So, of course, the mighty ones, they have their views about that. There's a reason why people have noted that there is remarkable success when they've invoked the gods to inflict justice upon people who have committed the crime of rape. Very interesting stories if you ever care to look them up. and misers, those who accumulate as an end goal, but they never actually build anything. That of course is not showing due deference to the mighty ones, because again, what is the whole point of the natural order and system that they have set up and that their essence and their being actually maintains? It's about the ebb and flow of energies, the giving, the taking, the going forth and the receding. When you are just taking, you're not putting anything else out there. So you are not working with that natural ebb and flow. And of course, that creates needless problems. So, our magical intention for today is endings. The color is black. The plant is the elm. The animal is the cricket. Crickets are very good for knowing when to allow something to end or when to put an end to something. And the crystal, of course, is black tourmaline. So, learn to let go when the time has come for something to end. Learn to sever things when that time has come to really part company, or just say I'm not going to do this, whether it is something to do with interpersonal reactions, whether it has to do with your profession, whether it has to do with your own bad habits. When the time has come for something to end it. Put a period, not a comma, not a semicolon, not a question mark, a period. End it. Now, for our daily practices, again on the subject of endings, put down a burden or burdens that you no longer need to carry. This also has to do with excessive or misplaced guilt. Guilt, the whole purpose of that is to alert your conscience that you have transgressed it. But once you have rectified the situation or you have made amends, there's no reason to continue cultivating that guilt. I don't agree with perpetual guilt. I don't think people have anything good to show from cultivating perpetual guilt. I think a lot of it is being a drama queen and trying to turn a situation which someone has done wrong and turning it into which they have been the victim. Don't like it. Not good. Don't even start down that road if you can help it. And of course, if you're carrying things that aren't for you to carry, put them down, set them aside. Acknowledge the full consequences of your actions. Own the deeds that you actually have done. And this includes both the good and the bad results. Consequences should actually be a very neutral world. It should just mean the result, what has wrought from something. It shouldn't be, be construed in the sense of punishment, although so often it is. And that's another example of how our language has deteriorated. So I'm trying to reclaim consequences as being a neutral term. If you do need to make amends, make them, tidy up any magical messes, honor your chief deity today, and do a chakra cleanse. Again, this is all about getting rid of the gunk. And our fae of today is fate. One of the views of fairies does involve them being essentially shapers of fate, workers of fate, putting them akin to the Greek fates, and even on some ways with the Norse Norns. They are making things happen. They are shaping things. They are deciding how things are going to be. It's one of the reasons why it's prudent to stay on the good side of the fae. And now our journal prompt is related to this idea. Do you believe that anything in your life has been or is written in stone? And how does your belief in this, whether it's yay or nay, affect how you conduct your affairs? I think that could be an interesting thought process to explore. And that is what I have for you today. Of course, there will be another daily forecast tomorrow, so be sure to come back for that. In the meantime, I'll leave your thoughts for me in the comment section or email me at brigantiablackbird@protonmail.com. And that will do it for today. See you next time. Bye.